If your space looks organized for about 24 hours and then somehow ends up right back where it started, yeah, this video is for you. Hey everyone, Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts, and today we're talking about the A in my craft organizing acronym, which is assigning a home. And this is where your organization actually starts working for you instead of quietly working against you. So let's be clear. This is not about making our space look Pinterest perfect. I have no intention of that. We're not color coding for fun today, although that can come later. Assigning a home just means this: that every supply has a place where it lives by default when you're done using it. That's it. It's as simple as that. Because if something doesn't have a home, it will wander and it will take friends with it. So here's where most people get tripped up a little bit. They do assign homes, but they assign them solely based on things like where it fits, not that that's not important, where there's room, also not that that's not important, or honestly where they wish they used it, instead of asking themselves, how do I actually use this particular item? And this is your reminder that you organize by how you craft based on what works for you. So as you're looking at your supplies, I want you to run them through this particular filter. Where do I actually use this item? How often do I reach for this when I'm crafting? What else do I naturally grab when I grab this thing? Where would I look for this first? This one is so important. If your system doesn't match your instincts, you won't use it. Think about shoes by the door. They don't go in the closet, even though that's where they're supposed to go. They go by the door. So match the natural instinct and put a basket by the door. I also want to talk about small spaces. Small doesn't mean you can't be organized. It just means that your space has to work a little bit harder for you. So think portable homes for your supplies. Going vertical is big. Also, everything can't be prime real estate. So you have to decide what actually deserves it. So some examples of this would be to have a current project bin that is portable. Have a tool caddy that moves with you when you need to move from space to space. Store your seasonal supplies out of sight, and group your supplies by activity in terms of type. Nothing fancy, just functional. And those are ways that people with smaller spaces might consider something a little bit different. So when I am talking about craft space organization, I try really hard to make sure that I address the small space question because it's one that comes up a lot. And we've talked about the fact that I organize by supply type. That may not work so well for somebody who has a small space. So organizing by activity might make more sense if your space is smaller, or again, portable things, right? Bins that you can pick up and move, tool caddies that you can pick up and move are important for small spaces, as well as going vertical. So when you are thinking about that filter, those questions, you may have to think a little outside the box about how to use wall space, bookshelves, hang things from the ceiling, that sort of thing. So there's no handout for this week's video. I just want you to spend some time answering the questions we went through above. I'm going to drop those down in the description for you, and start really thinking about the right home for your supplies. Make notes about that, sketch things out, whatever works. If you're realizing right now that your supplies don't really have homes, or the ones they have just aren't working anymore, you are exactly who I created my Craft Space Reset Bootcamp for. Inside the bootcamp, I'm going to give you actionable steps to help you assign homes that are realistic to maintain and build simple systems that don't fall apart in a week. We start on Monday. So If you're ready for your craft space to finally feel easier to use, please come join us. I would love to have you. There's a link in the description. And just remember that your supplies don't need more space. They need a place that makes sense. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have questions, please drop them in the comments. Come back and see me next week. We will have a new tip, and I would love to have you join me in the boot camp. Bye, everybody.